Okay, so hello and welcome to this meeting. It occurred to me when we were talking about this notion of dealing with sludge and muck, I suddenly remembered this Buddhist teaching. The lotus rises from the mud, like a lotus flower that grows out of the mud and blossoms above the muddy water surface. We can rise above our defilements and sufferings of life. And that ties into the Sri Aurobindo symbol, which explains the ascending triangles representing the aspiring answer from matter, from beneath the sludge, under the form of light and love. The junction of both, the central square was the perfect manifestation, having at its center the avatar of the Supreme, the lotus. So the lotus is the symbol, or one of the symbols, of the spiritual path. It represents rising from the muck of matter or humanity and emerging perfect and unscathed above. So it does seem relevant considering what we're talking about sludge. So this is a general meeting. The topic is sludge disposal in Auroville. A quick bit of background about why we're all sitting here today. I'll just read it out. A group of 68 concerned Aurovillians has requested that the Residents' Assembly Service, that is me, Inga, and Selma, call a Residents' Assembly decision-making process regards sludge disposal at Mango Field, which is down near Falklands. Is that right? Okay.
It's in Falklands.
In Falklands. I'm sorry, it's in Falklands. Okay, so the petition signed by 68 concerned Aurovillians reads, the decision to make sludge pits at Mango Field was taken without a proper process. Soil tests done by AV Environmental Monitoring Service show contamination as determined by Indian and other international standards and norms. And then they give a link to an article on Ornet. The Forest Group, in its August 2014 meeting, agreed that if there is contamination, sludge should not be deposited at Mango Field. Therefore, we, the undersigned, ask the Residents' Assembly to issue a stay order to AV Water Maintenance Service from desludging and for TDC, that's the Town Development Council, or L'Avenir, Auroville, to uphold this stay order till an alternate site is found for the sludge produced by the AV community. So the RAS has received a petition that states that, signed by 68 residents. Sadly, we don't have 68 people here at this meeting. Nonetheless, there was a petition signed by 68 residents who are obviously very concerned about this issue. According to our residents' decision-making policy, any group of 60 residents can call a residents' assembly decision-making process. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly give you some pictures of the sludge pit in Falklands that this meeting is essentially catalysed by. So there we have the pits empty, then we have them being filled with sludge. There you see the Portus water pumping truck filling one of the pits, and then there you see the pit with sludge in it. So there you go. So why a general meeting on this topic? So like I said before, any resident can call a Residents' Assembly decision-making process with 60 signatures. That's happened, we have 68 signatures. And all Residents' Assembly decision-making processes must be preceded by a general meeting to discuss the question being asked. So that's what this is. This is the general meeting to discuss the question that you're being asked. Okay, so the objectives of this meeting, I thought we'd just give it some objectives to try and keep us on point. To give the community an opportunity to better understand Auroville's sludge disposal situation, to hear the various perspectives, because there are different perspectives on this issue, on sludge disposal in the community, and 3, to better understand the implications of the question being asked of the Residents' Assembly